Eve never imagined that her favorite meal would one day betray her. Beans was her weakness, soft-spiced and usually harmless. But on one fateful night, she ate like a soldier after fasting for 2 weeks. With her belly round and satisfied, she crawled into bed, ignoring the little grumble in her stomach. Then her phone buzzed. It was Rick, her longtime crush, asking, "Hey, want to go out tomorrow?" Eve smiled so hard her cheeks hurt. Finally, she thought. She fell asleep, happy completely, forgetting the warning her stomach had given. By morning, the pain was gone, so Eve dressed up pretty perfumed herself twice, and when Rick came to pick her up, she was glowing. The drive was full of laughter, playful jokes, and shy stares. By the time they reached the fancy restaurant, she felt like she was in a fairy tale. She ordered food, ate elegantly, and even drank a little too much juice. But halfway into Rick telling a funny story, Eve's stomach rumbled like a distant thunderstorm. "Oh no," she thought, squeezing her thighs together. She ignored it, laughing nervously at everything Rick said, even when it wasn't that funny. "Are you okay?" Rick finally asked. Yeah, I'm fine," Eve replied, grinning like a malfunctioning robot, but inside World War III had already started. Suddenly she couldn't take it anymore. She stood up so quickly her chair almost fell. Without explanation, she dashed through the restaurant like a sprinter aiming for Olympic gold. She finally spotted the restroom. Victory! But her shaking hands betrayed her. As she struggled with the stubborn door handle, disaster struck. Her eyes widened in horror. Did this just happen? The door finally gave way, and she slipped inside, her dignity left behind in the hallway. With trembling fingers, she called Rick. So, something happened," she whispered, nearly crying. "I'll be right there," he assured her. In moments, he raced across the street, determined to turn this disaster into a rescue mission. Eve's heart swelled with gratitude when she saw Rick rushing in his arms full of supplies. He didn't just bring clothes, he brought unwavering support. In the restroom, she changed into the fresh clothes, feeling like a phoenix rising from the ashes. She could hardly believe Rick stood by her side, ready to face whatever came next. When she finally stepped out, her confidence had returned. "If we can survive this, we can survive anything," Rick chuckled, lifting her spirits. What began as an embarrassing disaster turned into the funniest inside joke. The restaurant echoed with their laughter, mingling with the clinking of glasses around them. Years later, as they exchanged vows, Rick couldn't resist reminding her of that unforgettable day. Remember the beans, he teased, and they both burst into laughter. Their wedding celebration was filled with joy and laughter every